To another Georgia Archery podcast. Well, darn it. I don't know why it does that. Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. I'm your host, Big John Chandler, and this is where we talk about anything and everything to do with archery in the state of Georgia and Georgia archers, wherever they may shoot. And of course, I have my bestie in the Westie co host, Robbie Surface. What's up, Robbie?
What's going on, dude? How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. I'm still playing with this new microphone. So, yeah,
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it kind of bounce through there a little bit,
yeah.
just a little bit.
I'm working on it as we go, trying to get it.
Tuning as we speak.
Yep, trying to get my numbers and your numbers to match like they're supposed to.
Tuning bows by day and mics by night.
Yeah, something like that. So,
How
um,
you been, man?
I've been wonderful, man. I had a great weekend. It was a holiday, so everybody was celebrating
Yeah.
out and about. So Monday usually is the day that they're all back to work, but it wasn't like that this time. So,
No, most everybody else had an extra day off. For us, it really
oh yeah, for us it was just another day. But usually
didn't change anything.
when you go out and about on a Monday, usually don't have as many people out.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, we've did good. Um, I cooked a little beef on the grill, so I had some beef rib.
Yeah, I seen some pictures. Looked like you cooked pretty much everything that Ingles had there in stock.
No, not this time. It was just the beef ribs mainly. It was a
I
bunch of ribs.
swore I seen some sausage in there, and
That might have been last times, but I didn't have nothing but beef ribs and some poor man's brisket is what we call it.
okay.
So
Well, it looked good.
yeah,
Poor man or not, it looked good.
it was pretty good. How about you?
Uh, we had a really good weekend. It was pretty quiet, best I can remember. Cut grass one day. I don't remember if I cut. I think I cut grass Sunday, and then Mom and I cooked something. I cooked something on the grill, chicken or something, and then no, I did a Boston butt on Sunday. That's what it
Uh,
was. I did a Boston butt on Sunday, and then Monday, Memorial Day, we went over to a buddy of mine's house, Ben Daniel,
mhm,
the other 4-H coach, and
yep.
one of the other 4-H coaches, and soon to be an S3DA coach once we can get him certified.
I hear you.
Yeah, we went over to his house and had some smoked chicken and cucumber salad, fried squash that we
Oh,
grew in the garden.
look, look, you making
Potato
everybody
salad, dude. We ate like we was,
hungry. You making everybody hungry.
dude. It was bad. We went somewhere though, cause Mama made potato salad.
Uh,
Lord, I done.
Look, it's one. It's run. You fell asleep since then.
Yeah, I don't. I can't remember.
Everything runs together real fast for sure.
Oh yeah,
Um, but yeah. But hey, just still the calm and the enjoyment before the storm.
yeah. I mean, and that's kind of where we are right now. I think we talked about that a little bit last week. Is
107 days.
just. I know this is going to sound bad because as an employee, you it sounds like we're just taking it easy. We're riding the clock or whatever,
Oh
but
no, no, no.
we got days coming ahead that's going to be long and
What people don't understand is
strenuous
what we're
and
talking about is a normal day. Like right
yeah,
now is a normal day. What happens in the next month or three is like a normal day amplified by 12.
if not more than that.
Yeah, I
So
mean
yeah, just enjoying the quiet before the storm, as you said,
that's right.
and just getting geared up, trying to make sure that got product in stock and orders are made and POs are attached to orders and just trying to do whatever we can now to
Oh yeah, that's what.
not limit the storm
But
but
keep you
just
from
make that
one
storm
more.
easier to ride.
Yeah, but one less thing that you have to do during the crazy season to go. Oh crud! I forgot to order this.
Yeah.
You know.
Because like for me, dude, I write my own POs. We do our own
That's
receiving.
right.
It ain't that I
Oh,
don't I don't get to take a receiver down to
Mm-hmm.
somebody in the lower office and say, hey, all right, this is right here. Great. I have to do all that now. So a little bit more to it.
Yep.
And that's kind of what we're doing. Just trying to make sure that we get everything in place. So when it starts getting a little crazy, we can get crazy.
Definitely getting a little crazy. But right now we're enjoying and it ain't really slow. I mean, we're doing real well. I mean, the shop itself has been busy. It's not like it's slow. It's just we know that this is slow comparative, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and we're about where we've been number wise
Mm-hmm.
right now. I'm just a tick behind. If you look at the numbers, I'm a little bit behind last year's May, but we
I got you.
sold a couple of safes and a couple of bank blinds
Mm-hmm. That picks it
in
up.
May of 23. Well, last week
Yeah.
I sold 11 banks blinds and 10 L220s to one gentleman.
Yeah.
But those numbers aren't finalized because the
So
product hasn't come in yet, so I can't invoice it out. So it'll actually look like June when
mm,
all that stuff happens. So my June will be
yeah, well, it's
well
just
above last year, where my May looks slightly below. But it's just
it's
part of it. I mean, it's
part
just
of the
kind of
game. It
part of the game.
fluctuates. It for sure.
We're pretty in line where I think we should be. Of course, I'd like to be way ahead of where we are, but I mean, for a shop that's going on its fourth year,
That's
I
right.
mean, I'm not upset by any means.
Oh yeah, and you're doing well. I'm not, and with our shop that's been there for going on 10. I mean, we're at 10. I'm going on 10 years, so 12 years, I guess it is. Now that it's been open, and we went through some changes and some stuff and trying to make it better, and it has worked in our favor. I can say that. So the layout of the shop, everybody is like in like everybody that walks in goes, oh my goodness. And so,
Well, that's exciting. That's good.
it's definitely got good reviews. That's what I say. Is sometimes when you change things, it don't always get good reviews. But
Yeah, because people kind of get caught in or get used to the.
yeah, you walk into Walmart and they done moved where you want to get
Yeah,
the
you
stuff.
don't know where to go and where to find it.
You're like, darn it! But everything is very well marked and well found, so it's not like it's way out of reach to find, or it's like, where'd you put this? So it's not that bad.
Yeah, just be glad you don't have a retail space the size of mine.
We could fill it. There's no doubt.
Oh, I filled it. I mean, we've got
Oh yeah.
we've got a miniature Bass Pro now, and still don't have
Oh yeah.
everything that A we want or B
Won't
we need.
need. That's right.
And you find out every day, hey man, you got any of these? No, bud, but give me just a few days, and I'll see
Yeah,
what I can't do about having it.
100%. But yeah. So Saturday, I went down to the Appling Bow Hunters Festival. Have you ever been there?
No, I know they always do a really good job of putting on a great event. It's become a pretty big event,
Yes, sir.
um, and a well-known event. But no, I have not partook, if you will, or participated in. But
Well,
maybe
this
one
is
day.
yeah. So I mean, they had over 100 archers.
It's pretty good for Mother's Day weekend. No,
Um,
that wasn't Mother's Day
no,
weekend.
it was Memorial.
Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. See,
They
I'm way off, man. I don't know if I'm coming or going.
they always do Mother's Day. Do it on Mother's Day. Now you got me.
See,
They
now I got you
always do
messed
it.
up.
They always do it. Memorial Day
Really?
weekend. Every
Okay.
Memorial Day weekend. So they have always done this shoot that weekend. And I'll just play the interview I had with Trip about it, and we can talk after that. How about that?
Okay.
Hey everybody, we're over here at the Appling Archers Hunting Festival. Like I don't know what
Bow
I call it,
Hunters Festival.
Bow Hunter Festival, and I have Trip Penn here to tell us about this event.
So this event started in 1997 with a group of men from Coyote Baptist Church, and they wanted to have an invitational bow shoot. And then from there, it has grown to everybody's invited. So it's been as large as 250 archers. It's changed venues from Wildwood Park, Old Coyote Baptist Church, Cedar Crest, which is a privately owned piece of property,
Yep,
to now what is the pavilion that's Coyote's property.
yep. So, And you do it every year,
We do it every Memorial Day weekend.
every Memorial Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's right.
Free to anybody who wants to come shoot.
Free to everybody.
Yep.
And that means free to shoot 220 target courses, free to shoot all the novelties,
Yep.
and we'll feed you breakfast, lunch, and dinner Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
And then Sunday at big church service underneath the pavilion, Sunday school, breakfast, and a big dinner on the grounds at the pavilion with everybody from the church. And then after that, we open the courses up, and everybody can go out and shoot with their families and just have a good time.
That's awesome. I've enjoyed my time. This is the first time I've been here.
Okay.
In this as Georgia Archery. I
Right.
came 3 years ago maybe, and just shot, just to have a place to shoot. And I think that was about the time that you went from tournament archers to no tournament archers or something.
That's
And-
right.
and,
We've kind of been back and forth. And
Yeah. I noticed a whole lot of stick and stringers.
There is.
There's a massive group of trad bow shooters here. And average Joes, and guys, girls, it's a good crowd. Y'all sent 100 out this morning,
That's right.
and probably about 100 this afternoon.
There's probably about half of that this afternoon, but half the other
Well,
half.
you have to
the
say
other
you had
half
50.
yesterday.
You had about 50 yesterday, roughly, and then you send 50 out this afternoon. So, yeah, that's great. And how does the people don't understand, but how does who's donating the food, who's donating the stuff, or how do you get your donations in to help this program?
So up until about a year ago, we were part of Coyote Baptist Church,
Okay.
and we started exploring some grant opportunities, and our leadership of the church decided that it was best to for the Appleton Archers to be their own entity.
I got you.
So we went through the process. We became incorporated.
Okay.
We're a 501c3 now,
Okay.
and all of this is run off of donations.
Donations. Yep.
So to fund it, in March we do a shoot that's called the Critter Shoot,
Yep.
and you pay to shoot it. It's $25. All the targets are little targets. The
Yeah.
biggest target's a strut and turkey or a javelina,
Yep.
and then we use that money to fund this weekend.
Okay.
And then in October we do a shoot that's called the Pumpkin Shoot,
Uh-huh.
and that's to benefit somebody in need.
Okay. So you charge for that shoot,
That's right.
and then you take the proceeds from that and help somebody that needs it.
That's right.
So, that's awesome. I didn't shoot. I just sat around and watched, and Brittany took tons of pictures. So if anybody's listening and wanted to hear pictures, the pictures will be posted on the George Archery website.
Awesome.
And several different of the some of these have never heard of George Archery, and so that was one of the reasons I came. So that, the reason we started George Archery is to grow archery, and this organization is growing archery, but also growing fellowship, and you may have someone that needs a good prayer request.
Absolutely.
And shows up here and to shoot their bow, and then goes, wait a minute, and it touches them on the back end. So I understand how
It's
that works.
more than just a boat shoot.
For sure.
We got some secrets out there, and we'd talk about them, but I'd rather somebody come bring their bow and find out
what it's about. Yep, for sure. But yeah, thank you for your time. You've done a wonderful job. I don't know where y'all got those shrimp from.
They came straight from Louisiana. They were in the ocean 2 days ago.
Well, them suckers were humongous. They were as long as my hand.
They were.
There was some slabs.
And tonight there'll be a nice barbecue.
Okay.
And for all those people that shot yesterday, you weren't here yesterday.
Yep.
But on Friday we give away a hog hunt.
Yep.
And so 5 people, and it's all by chance. It doesn't matter how good you shoot. You just have to hit a target.
Hit the number.
And
y'all call a number after
everybody's shot. Yep. And they get an all expense paid trip to a hog hunt for 3 days.
Yep. And you also gave away a gun safe.
$800 gun safe yesterday that was donated.
Donated just for the shoot. And all of those novelty shoots are free also.
That's right.
So that gentleman shot 111 yards and hit it closest to the center with one shot.
One shot.
And, went home with a big heavy safe, or however he's got to get it.
No,
anyway.
he's got to go pick it up. We're not loading that.
That's for sure.
We'll do a lot for you, but we're not going to load that.
And then you have some novelties today.
We have a bunch of novelties to give away. Well, we have the saw blade, which is kind of our famous thing.
Yep.
See how many arrows we can collect down there in front of it for people trying to shoot through a little hole in a big saw blade.
Yep, it is a big saw blade.
And then today we're going to give away 2 cellular trail cameras to the top 2 for the saw blade. So
Okay.
one for traditional guys and one for compound guys.
Okay. And what other novelties are you doing today? Besides, I know you got some giveaways.
We've got a target that moves. It's going to jump out from behind a tree.
Okay.
So it's time to shoot it. And then we have this pipe with a marble, and it spins down, and then you got to shoot your shot before it gets to the metal bowl.
I got you. And then you had some targets set up here for the kids with balloons and some other stuff.
That's right. So all the kids that are under 10,
Yep.
we have a special event for them. So mom and dad can bring their young kid. They can drop them off on Friday afternoon while they shoot their round.
Yep.
The kids make bows. They do arts and crafts, different things, tell stories. They got a big dinosaur over there for them to shoot balloons off of.
I saw the dinosaur with balloons.
And then they can come back and do the same thing Saturday morning. That way mom and dad can shoot their other round.
Shoot the other half. I got you. I mean, that's all. Y'all thought of everything. I mean, covered it all.
We try to.
And how many members of Appling Archers are there?
It fluctuates.
I know.
There's probably a good core of about 15 people that are there for everything.
Yep.
And then there's some that just work on the outskirts, and then there's a big group that just show up this weekend and they're ready to serve.
Well, that's great. I mean, and you send a person with each group.
That's right.
Yeah. So, and that's a little different than most people have done, and
Right.
and it's cool because they do the scoring.
Right.
You know, they write all your scores. You just shoot your bow, let them take care of the rest. So
that's right.
Cool. Did I miss anything? Oh, you got some awards you give out.
Yes. So first place in every class gets a special award.
Okay.
It's something different every year. This year it's a handmade wooden plaque that's really cool looking.
Yep.
Then we have a carving that's of a head, in the highest compound of the weekend. It doesn't matter the age; it's the highest score.
We're getting some announcements, so give us a half a second.
All right, so the highest compound gets a trophy. He gets to keep it for a year.
It's a pretty cool looking trophy.
It's a very cool piece of trophy. And it comes back next year to be awarded to the next person.
Did it start in 2008? Because that's the number that's on it.
It must have been when that trophy was created.
That's what I'm saying, when that trophy was created.
And then it became a custom that all of the compound people always got to take that home.
Yep.
So somebody made a traditional one that's made out of a riser from a
I saw that.
Bow.
It's got a riser grip on the.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
And then
you have one other big
ugly trophy.
Yeah.
So that trophy. So the Appling Archers, we don't compete.
Yeah.
So we don't win door prizes. We don't compete in the contest. But Sunday afternoon, we all get together as a group, and we pick out 10 targets, and we go have our own shoot.
I got you.
And then that person gets to take that trophy home for a year.
I got you.
And then they add something to it.
They add something to it every time.
And whatever they add to it has a Bible verse that goes with it.
I got you. Well, it looks like you're going to be summoned to go back out because everybody's getting back. If you don't know, it flooded for like half a minute and thundered and lightened. So we all come off the range. Perfect time to catch. We didn't know how long this was going to last. And so I appreciate you taking your time, but you got to get back out there and lead the rest of your group.
I do.
So
Thanks, John. Thanks for coming.
Not a problem. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Well, now you got to hear it all since you you wasn't there.
Right.
The shrimp, I'm telling you, I was trying to find a picture. It's humongous. It is like whatever. So they had a low country boil on Friday night.
That's my jam.
Oh my gosh. So and then Saturday morning we got there to set up the booth, and they had cinnamon rolls, and
Now, I can always get down with a cinnamon roll. I have worked really hard on building.
they were monsters. They were not little cinnamon rolls. These were like big cinnamon rolls.
Good ones.
Oh yeah, ooey gooey. And then
That's what I'm talking about.
And then for lunch, they had leftover what was the shrimp was left over from the low country boil, so that's how I got some. And then they had some corn left over, whatever. And then they gave out sandwiches and chips and every kind of baked snack you could try. And then for dinner, like he said, there was a barbecue and hash and some green beans. So it was, I mean, and it's all free, you know. Not that we were going to get it for free, but they just do all of that.
And for a great event, and for a great cause.
It is a great group of people that get together, and that's what they want to do. Is that's how they give back to the people, and it's cool because like when they send the groups out, you have a guide, and they're an Apple and Archer, so they had the morning room had like 19 on one side and 14 on the other. So, target. So they had that many guides for each one of the groups, and they don't shoot; they just guide them. And sometimes they'll carry their bow with them, but most of the time, they just guide the group and write everything and do everything. It's a pretty cool event. So,
That's cool.
we sold several shirts.
Well, good.
Talked to a lot of different people. The stick and stringers were very interested, and I'm like, hey, here, send me your information.
Yeah, because that's an area on the site and the calendar,
That's right.
that's very limited just because we don't have a lot of information.
Yeah, and so that was, it was pretty good. I don't know, 70, 60. What'd you say? It was over 100. So there was probably 40 stick and stringers there out of that. So
That's pretty cool.
that's boys, girls, adults, men and women, all different age groups, all different things. So it was a good time. Had a great time. It flooded. The reason that interview happened is because they had just shot 2 or 3 targets that afternoon. Went out for the afternoon round, and the bottom fell out.
Imagine that.
And so I took the tent down that I was under. They got this nice, pretty pavilion, and so we just moved our table into the pavilion, and took the tarp down. And he goes, "Hey, you want to do the interview? I got a few minutes now. It's flooding." So, and that's when we sat down and did the interview. So, and then it quit, and they sent them back out. So, but yeah,
good.
all the pictures are on Georgia Archery's webpage under archery photos. So
Good deal.
you can see that.
I need to go check those out because I hadn't seen a post, so
Yeah,
I didn't realize they were there.
there wasn't. Well, there was a post, but it was shared onto Appling Archer's page so that they could see them. Link them first. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, that was great. That was pretty cool, and it was the only shoot that was going on Saturday. So,
There was a few that shot on Sunday.
yep,
3D Coastal Archers had an ASA qualifier. They had 30 shooters.
yep.
And Outback Archery Range also shot on Sunday, and they had 16.
And that's like a hop, skip, and a jump from where we were at Appling. So a lot of folks would probably get shot the morning round and jump over there and shoot some of that. So
Gotcha. And then R&D shot on Sunday as well, and they had 31.
yep. So it wasn't, it was a holiday weekend. You're not expecting a zillion people on a holiday weekend for sure. But
we've got a pretty busy weekend coming up this weekend with really mainly just a national event.
Well, yeah. So the big thing is they're back in London, Kentucky.
On the power line.
Yes, don't remind me.
On the power line.
Don't. I just look, my knees shriveled listening to that. It just started shaking because it was like, oh my gosh, I hated that power line. Just kept going up and up and up to get there.
Yeah, I figured Nate was going to be there this weekend, but they went taking it back home.
Taking it back home, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they, that was supposed to be in Tennessee this time, and something didn't work out, so they moved it back to
London.
Yep. So for all you
pretty place to shoot.
Oh, it's a gorgeous
place. A pro and you wind up on the power line, or semi-pro wind up on the power line.
Well, the pros get to drive the top of the hill.
Yeah, that is true.
So, but it's one of the largest. It grows. I mean, it gathers the most people lots of times during the year.
Because it's one of the most central shoots.
Centrally located shoots for the customers the people that come shoot that. And we always have a lot of Georgians go. I know several that are leaving out first thing in the morning.
Girls with bows, I know I've seen that they're going, of course. Yep. And all of them, LJ.
Yep. And
Mr. Allen and Dom and them for here going. Danny's
going. He's riding with LJ and Ken and Alicia. So, or they're riding, in a caravan together, I guess. But yeah, and there's a bunch of others. I think Gabriella's leaving tonight or in the morning. Her birthday.
They already left. I'm pretty sure I seen where Gabby and
they were on the road. So
they took off today.
Yep, it's her birthday today. She's
17. Happy 17th, Miss Gabriella.
That's pretty cool. But if you're not going to London, then there's a couple of shoots going on Saturday. Acorn Acres Archery down in Deering is having their shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a stick and stringer, um, the North Georgia Traditional Archery Club is having their monthly shoot in Gainesville. They do it the first Saturday of every month. And see, I didn't have that on my calendar,
No, you didn't know it. That's the first I've heard.
but I do it now. And he told me, he says it's the first Saturday of every month. So
And do they shoot at Gainesville
they
Archery
shoot
Club?
at Gainesville.
So they shoot the same range?
Yeah, I think it's the same range. I think it's set up for them, not, a little closer or maybe a little trashier. I don't know. So, but they have a good time doing their thing. So,
And you don't mean trashy or in a negative
no,
form.
no. I'm just saying that, it's been known that ASA guys like to have their lanes all nice and pretty clean,
Mm-hmm.
3 foot wide all the way to the target. And, trad guys say they're stump shooters,
Yeah.
they'll shoot through, this limb, that limb. Oh, speaking of that, 111 yards, buffalo sitting out there in the middle of the field. And, they do that giveaway on, Friday. But there were guys who didn't get a chance to shoot it. So on Saturday, they stuck them up there. And there was about 5 trad guys that tried to shoot that. And the funny part is that it's not an open to the field. There's like 25, 30 trees between here and there.
Oh.
And there ain't no limbs cleared out or anything. It was pretty interesting.
Anybody make it?
No. There was some stuff stuck in that tree and that limb. Some fell under it, got out in the field. But and then the young ladies that were trying to make it clear with lower poundage and whatever,
Mhm.
it was just fun to watch.
I
So
bet that was fun.
and
We've
the
got to figure out how to get some of that sort of stuff here in South Georgia.
and then the saw shoot. See, that's what I was going to tell you. You need to find a couple of guys that's got some of them saw blades. There's got to be some of them big old saw blades laying around there in South Georgia somewhere.
I'm sure somebody's got an old mill where they pulled a blade off.
Yeah, so they had 2 different blades. One's got a bigger hole in the middle, and that's what the trad guys shoot at. And they start a little closer, and they work their way back. And then the compounders get to shoot at another one, and it has a lot smaller hole in the middle of it. And then they back up till one man standing. So, matter of fact, there's 4 bolt holes. There's a center hole and then 4 bolt holes.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guys, we were aiming at the middle bolt hole, or not the bolt hole, but the middle hole, and he center punched one of them bolt holes.
Did it count?
No, because that's not where you were supposed to be aiming.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
it was-
right, but I was just
it was-
curious.
it was just crazy to be able to. I mean, it's like, darn, if you had aimed at it, you wouldn't have hit it. You know what I mean? It's a little bitty. It's about the size of a top of a Coke bottle. It was a little bitty hole. So,
Dang.
and I think they're about 45 yards when that happened. So, it was pretty neat.
Sounds like it.
Oh yeah, I had a good time. So who's shooting this weekend besides Kentucky and besides them? Nobody. Sunday is
That's pretty much it.
and that's what happens on ASA weekends. Most of the ASA clubs don't shoot on that weekend because essentially that's not a shoot that's not far. The longest one, the furthest one, usually there's somebody that either tries one on super, Illinois or
Louisiana or
Louisiana. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, most of the guys are not going to shoot, and those guys are usually guys that are going to that shoot. So, but hey, if you if you have some stuff you want us to talk about, send me an email, georgearchery@gmail.com. Be sure to like and follow us on all of the social medias, your favorite social media, I should say, because everybody's not on all of them. But if you find us, we should be on most of your social media. We're on Facebook,
Spotify or Instagram and Snapchat and
Yep.
Spotify and
Yep.
Apple and
So this
YouTube.
the audio version of this goes out onto all of every audio podcast app there is almost. I mean, a guy was sitting there and he goes, "Are y'all on Amazon?" I was like, "Yep." He said, "There you are." He said, "That's the way I listen to the podcast." And so he found us and subscribed right then and there. So It was pretty cool, and it was cool to ride on the way home and find 2 or 3 new subscribers onto YouTube. You know,
I
so,
noticed that.
so just seeing the growth just from going to one event. And
And that's why, I mean, I shouldn't say that's why we do it because that's not why we do it,
well,
but it is a cool
we're
perk of
we're
doing it.
spreading the word so that they can give us more input, just like the Gainesville Shoot from
Yeah,
the
exactly. The traditional guys.
traditional guys. They're sending me more information now that we've talked, and I'm like, I'm not trying to exclude you. Nobody just gives me information, so that's what we're doing and trying to do our thing.
Well, they didn't build Rome overnight. It's
No, sir.
it's just one small step and a big process.
And we've this has been a stop and go, for many years now. So
Yeah, unfortunately, we stopped for
yeah,
several years and
yep.
having to play catch up, which I think we've caught up. It's just
I
a
think we're
matter of
doing
just
well. I think it's doing fine. I think what the things that we want to do, and me and you've talked a bunch of times, and things that we want to do with this, and like I said, last week of sneak peek of maybe a once a month live streaming,
hmm
and
Yeah, I think the next time that we do like with Eric on, I'm gonna try to figure out. I'm still a couple of hundred subscribers or followers away on TikTok. I think I got to be
yeah,
2,000, and I'm
yeah,
a little less than 200 away. I think from that now,
yes, sir.
where I can use the computer
Uh huh.
and do
Or,
live
or
on TikTok
yep,
there. Now I don't know if you and even if Eric was on could see what I could see, but
yeah.
I think it'd be cool to do this as a live
Well, that's what
on
we're saying.
TikTok as well,
I can.
which is exactly what you're getting
Yeah,
at. And
we don't have enough.
bring
The Georgia Archery doesn't have enough subscribers to go live on TikTok, but
yeah,
we will go live on Facebook and then YouTube together. So
yeah. So that way we can just bring in a live portion of it
that's right.
and just continue to talk archery in the state of Georgia and
Oh yeah.
and continue to grow it. And we
That's-
don't have to just talk about Georgia archery
no,
when we do it. We can talk about archery in general, which happens all
all
over
over.
the place
And on top of that, hunting season is 107 days away.
for the state of Georgia, which does not seem like it.
No,
Which would be about 100 days for the state of Kentucky because they
it's
usually
yep,
come in
there's
about a week early,
That's right.
which is one of my bucket list hunts that will probably never happen.
Don't say that.
Well, you know as well as I do, being in the industry that we're in. I mean,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
but
take a week off the week before Georgia season opens and tell me how that goes for you.
well, maybe you never know. But yeah, I guess that's about it. We've run this about 30 something minutes, so
hmm
pretty good. I appreciate it as always, Robbie. It's always
Yes, sir.
a pleasure.
Appreciate you having me on.
And I got the camera back fixed. This is
I see you look so much cleaner tonight than normal.
and then
Not cleaner, I shouldn't say it that way because you're
well, the camera is better. It's
the
less
quality of the picture is
and then
superb.
I brought out the old microphone that we used to use. I just wanted to test it to see how it was going to do, how the sound was, and I mean, you got yours. I might as well put mine out. The headset worked great, just for easy, quick, and not having to set up stuff. And it's perfect for like on the go
hmm
interviews, like we did at your shop, and like we're probably going to do at the
Hope so.
state championship for
Yep.
S3DA. So,
You're here in a couple of weeks.
yep. And well, I guess that's about it. Anything else you got to add?
No, man. Appreciate you having me on, and looking forward to next week or to next week, and then the S3DA
State.
state 3Ds coming up, and state outdoor shortly thereafter that, and
Yes, sir. And then balls to the walls.
yep. Then it'll be cooking with grease there in the store.
Yes, sir. It'll be rolling. And well, take someone, teach them how to shoot a bow. It will last them a lifetime. Until next time, I'm Big John.
And I'm Robbie.
We'll see you.